If you want more traffic and sales from your online store, search engine optimization is one of the very best ways to get them. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through a wide range of practical e-commerce SEO tips that you can apply to almost any store, whether it's built on Shopify, Wix, Squarespace, or another platform. Okay, let's get straight into it. Tip number 1. Use a good custom domain name. Your domain name is one of the first credibility signals shoppers and search engines see. So instead of relying on a free subdomain like mystore.myshopify.com, use a professional custom domain that includes your brand name. If you've yet to register a domain, consider including a subtle product keyword in it. For example, going for smithscoffee.com over smiths.com could give you a small but occasionally significant SEO win. But if you've already got a site live on a custom domain, it's usually best not to change its name, unless there's a really good reason to do so. Domain migrations can result in lost traffic if handled badly. 2. Create a crawl-friendly site structure. A clear structure helps Google crawl your store, and it helps shoppers find what they're looking for too. So group your products into logical categories and subcategories, and try to ensure that every product can be reached in 3 clicks or fewer from your homepage. 3. Register your store with Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster tools. Search Console and Bing Webmaster tools let you tell Google and Bing that your store exists, submit your sitemap, and check whether your pages are being indexed properly. They also give you useful data on the keywords bringing people to your site. I've linked to both these tools in the video description. And if you haven't registered your store with them yet, I'd do that soon. 4. Perform keyword research. Before naming products or writing descriptions, it's important to find out what people are actually searching for. And you do this through keyword research. Let's say you're selling organic candles. Keyword research might tell you that more people search for organic candles than eco-friendly candles, and that it makes more sense to use the first phrase in your product titles and copy. Tools like SEMrush can help you identify keywords with decent search volume that you could realistically rank for. I've put a link to this in the video description, along with a helpful guide to performing keyword research. 5. Consider using individual pages for important product variants. When you sell a product that comes in a few variants, for example in different colors, sizes, or materials, it's tempting to create one product page and let shoppers pick the variant they want from a drop-down menu. In fact, many e-commerce platforms encourage you to take this approach. But sometimes a specific variant, like a black Stratocaster guitar or a gold leather handbag, may be generating a lot of searches while being easier to rank for than a more generic product name, like guitar or handbag. In those cases, it can be better to create a separate product page for that variant. This is because it can be easier to rank for long-tail product keywords like these than generic ones. More focused product pages can generate more sales too. 6. Optimize your product titles and meta descriptions. Your page title is the clickable text that appears in Google, and your meta description is the short summary underneath it. To maximize their SEO potential, ensure your main product keyword is in your title and write an engaging description that gives people a reason to click through to the product itself. 7. Write unique product descriptions. When creating product descriptions, don't just copy and paste details from a manufacturer's website. Lots of other retailers will be doing that. Instead, write your own descriptions. Talk about benefits, use cases, sizing, materials, and anything else that gives Google a reason to rank your product page above competing ones. 8. Optimize your category pages. Category pages often target big commercial keywords like men's leather jackets or organic skincare products. But many store owners leave them as plain product grids, which doesn't give Google much information or reason to rank them. To help Google and your users out, add some helpful introductory copy to these product categories and include relevant product keywords on them. You could also consider adding a short buying guide at the bottom of these pages. 9. Add product schema markup. Schema is code that helps search engines understand and index your products. It can also encourage Google to display rich results about your product in search results. For example, prices, availability, and ratings. Now, many e-commerce platforms add basic product schema automatically, but it's worth checking yours is working properly using Google's structured data tools. I've linked to these in the video description. 10. Use clean, keyword-rich URLs. Google considers URLs when evaluating your product pages, so keep them relatively short and include a couple of relevant keywords in them, separated by hyphens. And if you ever change an existing URL, make sure you add a 301 redirect from the old version to the new one. This tells Google that your page has moved. 11. Speed up your store. Search engines prefer fast pages to slow ones and give sites that load quickly preference over sluggish ones. To speed up your site, use a fast hosting service or e-commerce platform, compress images, avoid using unnecessary apps and scripts, and use modern image formats where possible. 12. Make your store mobile friendly. Google uses mobile-first indexing, which means it uses the mobile version of your site when deciding where to rank it. So use a mobile-friendly theme for your store, make buttons easy to tap, keep text readable, simplify checkout, and test your store on real phones as well as desktop devices. 13. Build backlinks. Backlinks are links from other websites to yours, and building them remains one of the most important ways to build authority in search. You can generate new backlinks by asking suppliers to link to you from stockist pages, creating useful resources people might cite, and asking anyone mentioning your brand to link to you. Avoid buying spammy links, however, as this can damage your rankings. 14. Build internal links intelligently. Internal links help shoppers navigate your site, but they can also boost your rankings. This is because they can pass link equity, or link juice, from popular pages to less popular ones. For example, if you had a blog post with lots of links to it, you could use this to boost the visibility of other pages, simply by linking to those pages from it. 15. Blog. When you're running an e-commerce website, it's tempting to think that only your product and category pages matter. But blogging on your store can make a huge difference to both your traffic levels and your sales. For example, blog posts containing product roundups or buying advice can attract visitors to your store more easily than product pages. Visitors that can then be converted into customers. 16. Ask for product reviews. Reviews build trust, but they also add fresh, unique content to your product pages. Customers often use natural language and long-tail keywords that you might not have thought to include yourself. And Google can often surface these. So display reviews clearly, send automated review requests after purchase, and consider using small incentives to encourage reviews where appropriate. 17. Strengthen your EEAT signals. EEAT stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. Sites that display evidence of all these can receive preferential treatment in Google. For e-commerce stores, this means showing you're a real business. You can do this by ensuring that your store contains clear contact information, shipping and returns policies, customer support details, and a detailed About Us page. You can also boost trust signals by seeking reviews for your store on popular review sites like Trustpilot and Google Reviews. 18. Monitor performance and refine. SEO isn't something you do once and forget about it. You need to stay on top of it. So use Google Search Console to see which keywords are driving impressions and clicks. Use Google Analytics to see which pages are attracting traffic, and run regular site audits with tools like SEMrush to catch technical issues before they hurt your rankings. Use all the data you gain from this process to constantly improve your SEO setup. So there you have it, 18 practical ways to improve your e-commerce SEO. If you check the video description, you'll find links to an even more detailed guide on this topic and links to all the tools I've mentioned in this video. For more e-commerce advice, do subscribe to Ecommercetrix. And if you have any questions about e-commerce SEO, just drop them in the comments. We read them all and we'll do our best to help.